Okay, Venkat. Today we will learn account management configuration in ECC. So let's have a quick review of what we have learned yesterday. So we know that the account has to be maintained in all these three systems: CRM, ECC, and conversion charging system. So the account from CRM to ECC is sent through the middleware settings, and from ECC to conversion charging, it is sent through RFC connections and function modules. So yesterday we have learned what are the configuration steps to create customer in CRM system. That is, first we activate the functionalities like if we functionalities in the CRM system, like if we want whether we want to change the bank details of the customer, but the functionality has to be activated. Uh, So if if we want to change the business partner address, another functionality has to be activated. And a contact person, if we want to change the contact person, a functionality has to be activated. First, we'll activate these functionalities in the CRM system. Then we will create the number ranges in CRM system and number ranges, and we will set the number ranges internal because the business partner is getting created in the CRM system, and we will assign the number ranges to business partner groups. So business partner groups tells have different kind of number ranges. Like for US customers, we will create one business partner group, and for India customers, another business partner group, and for Germany, another business partner groups. For these business partner groups, we will assign the different number ranges. And these are the basic settings in CRM. And in ECC, and for business agreement, we will create the number ranges and set it as internal, and we will define the basics in basic settings, like whether we are going to do it for ECC, we are going to implement FICA or FIAR process. FICA has can handle the complex functionalities, like it can accept the partial payments of the customer, it can impose the penalties on the customer, it can impose the interest to the customer. Whereas in FIAR, we do not have all these functionalities. If a customer gets the bill, he has to pay the entire bill. So this is the difference between FIC and FIAR process. This we will define in the business agreement configuration, and we will assign the parameters to the business agreement classes, like what is the shipping conditions and what are the correspondence variants, like how the customer wants to receive the bill, is it through email or SMS or phone call. So these settings we will make in the configuration. Then one second. And we will define the business agreement classes. So in business agreement class, we will say whether the customer is of B2B customer or business B2C customers. And this and we will assign these business agreement classes to the sales channel. Like also, if B2C customers are there, how can they buy the products? Whether they can buy through e-commerce or through the some dealers, is or they can call the sales agent and buy the products. So we will assign the sales channels like e-commerce or sales agent or dealer to the business agreement class. and we will allocate the parameters, and we will create the payment methods, how the payments has to be accepted and how the payments has to be made. There will be incoming and outgoing payments, and for incoming and outgoing we'll define debit card payments, credit card payments, and online payments. So these are the different payment methods we'll define in the system of business while configuring the business agreement, and we will assign these payment methods to business agreement class. And last, we'll define the payment conditions. So payment conditions tell what is the time limit to impose a penalty. Like if the customer gets a bill today, then if he pay it within 1 month, then no penalties will be imposed on him. If he cross the 1 month, then what is the penalty has to be imposed on him. If it is 60 days, then it is 10%. If he crosses 90 days, then 20% of 20% extra amount he has to pay. So these conditions will be defined in payment. These are the payment conditions, and these conditions will be assigned to business agreement class. So these things we have learned yesterday in business partner and business agreement configuration. So now, we have the business partner and agreement in our CRM system. Now we need to publish these to ECC system. So we uh, we will have a SMOIAC transaction in CRM system. So if we go here, we can create the sites like what are the integration systems. So here we will have so we have ECC and convergent charging systems are the integration systems. So we can see those things, and we can create these objects like so BUAG underscore main. So we will define this in SMOIAC settings so that business agreements will be transferred to the ECC corresponding ECC system. BUAG underscore to transfer business agreements, and to transfer the business partners from CRM to ECC, we will go to PIDE settings. We will define there like what is which customers has to be flown from CRM to ECC system. Whether the sold to party business partners has to be flown, or the consumers has to be flown, or the vendors has to be flown. So these things we will maintain in PIDE settings, and in SMOIAC transaction we will maintain what objects we are transferring from CRM to ECC system. Like business agreements underscore main is to transfer business agreements, and we can transfer the prices from CRM to ECC using the business object DNL underscore cust underscore COND all, and we can transfer the materials from CRM to ECC if we maintain in SMOIAC transaction. Okay, we'll define like business agreements we want to transfer. We want to transfer the service materials or the physical materials. We'll define all these things in SMOIAC transaction of CRM. So now we'll see the business partner settings in EC. Okay, customer integration in FICA system. So the business partner role has to be sold to party in CRM system, and in ECC system. In order to implement the BRIM solution, as I have told you, it should have the contract partner MKK role, that is contract partner, and customer role, that is FLCU 01, and it should have the FI role, finance customer, that is FLCU 00. So these three are the mandatory roles to implement the BRIM solution. And so if we have the ECC system, we can find these two roles, FLCU 00 and FLCU 01, and we can get this MKK role. We can assign this MKK role only if convergent invoicing system is activated. Are you getting, Venkat?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Okay. Okay. Sold to party is a mandatory role in CRM system, and in ECC we need these three different roles: FLCU 00, FLCU 01, and MKK role. This MKK tells the contract partner this can be created only if convergent invoicing business functionality is added to the ECC system, or else we can't see the role. Okay. And we'll have convergence charging system. Here the business partner is called subscriber account. So the CRM business partner and ECC business partners are integrated through middleware settings where we define the customizations in customer vendor integration. And from ECC to convergent charging system, web services are called and the business partner will be sent to convergent charging system. And if there are no web services, then we can go to this T code in ECC, SAP underscore CC underscore MD underscore man. We'll give the business partner and send to convergent charging system. This is one of the T code to send business partner from ECC to CC, and this can be used in ECC only if convergent invoicing is CI functionality is added to the ECC system. Okay, Venkat?
Madam, we are doing this settings, madam. Middleware settings and
Yes,
uh, okay. From ECC to sorry CRM to ECC transfer business
ECC.
partner. Middleware is there,
We
na madam. That we are
yes,
setting that middleware settings. Okay.
yes. So we
Okay.
define that in PIDE settings, like which customers has to be sent from CRM to ECC, and we
Okay.
have the SMOIA transaction in CRM. Like if we
Okay.
go to the transaction, we can define what all
Okay.
has to be transferred from CRM system: business agreements, business partners, and
Okay.
service materials, physical materials. All these things
Okay.
can be
Okay.
defined in SMOIA transaction.
Okay.
And in customer vendor integration, we can define the customization. Now I will show you that. And
Customer vendor integration means, madam, in CRM customer, ECC is vendor, na madam? That is the
no,
meaning.
it's not like that.
Okay.
It's not like that. We can transfer the customer data as well as vendor data. It's like
Okay,
business
okay.
partner integration. The
Customer and vendor
terminology,
integration. Yeah.
yes, not customer and vendor, it's customer vendor integration.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So first we define the business partner number range in ECC system. So in ECC also, to transfer the business partners from CRM to ECC, we will define the same number range like what we have defined in the CRM system, and we will set the number ranges as external. And
Okay.
here we will have, so in CRM system we have BP grouping, and in ECC we have account groups.
Okay.
We will have account groups and we will assign the number ranges to these account groups.
Okay.
and and in the middleware so and in the I said we will maintain the PIDE settings, right, in ECC. So in ECC we will say clearly that the business part the BP group of CRM has to be linked to this account group, this specific account group, so that when the customers are transferred from CRM to ECC, it will link to that account group. They both will have the same number range, and in CRM it is set as internal, and in ECC the external number range is set so that it can receive the business partners. Okay, so we will assign these. So I have said the ECC customer should have these three mandatory roles: FLCU 00, FLCU 01, and it has to be MKK. Here I gave this as the ZMKK because in my ECC system CI is not activated, so I could not add the MKK contract partner role. So I just for the understanding I gave it as ZMKK. So if we navigate through this path, cross application components, master data synchronization, customer or vendor integration, and if we navigate this path, we can define the business BP roles like FLCU 00, CU 01. These are like available in ECC, and for contract partner, that is to implement the BRIM solution, this is the major role. So we will add this role, MKK role. This can be implemented only if convergent invoicing business functionality is added to ECC. So we will define these three roles, and I said we will create the account groups. We will create the account groups like DEBI, KUNA, and to these account groups we will maintain these business partner roles FLCU 00, FLCU 01, and uh, this is a I said that CI is not CI is not added in our ECC system, so I could not add the MKK role. So even the MKK role is added similarly. That account group DEBI is given one more time, and MKK is added. So to this account group, we will add these business partner roles, and this group is linked to the CRM business partner grouping. Okay, are you
Okay.
getting Venkat?
Yeah, yes, madam.
Hmm. 1 minute. So we will define the business partner roles. We will assign these business partner roles to groups. And in the PIDE settings, we will link this account group to the CRM business partner groupings so that the business partners when come so the CRM business partner with sole to party role when coming to the ECC system, it will match with the account group. As the account group has all these three roles, the CRM business partner in ECC will get this customer role, contact partner, and this FI customer role. Okay, and now we will see the settings for the contract account. So what is contract account in ECC? Yesterday we have learned the business agreement in CRM. So this business agreement is called contract account in ECC. So contract account will have all the payment details of the customer, like when he wants to pay the bill and what are the methods for the payments, and when do he and how he want like and how he wants to receive the notices of invoice, the means of invoice. So all these details will be maintained in the contract account of ECC. So we will see the customization settings.
Madam, one question. Here also we are creating organization structure, na, madam, in contract accounting also. In,
Sorry,
in contract account, we are
hmm.
also creating one organization structure, na, madam.
Not organization.
Okay.
We don't create organization. We'll
Okay.
create the customization settings.
Okay. Oh,
And
madam,
Mm,
Tell me, madam. Tell me, madam.
okay. So,
Mm.
in order to create this contract account in ECC system, the
Okay.
convergent invoicing business functionality is must because the
Mm.
BRIM is about CRM and convergent invoicing and CC. Convergent
Okay.
invoicing is the additional functionality in ECC. So,
Okay.
in order to have this MKK role, the CI functionality has to be there, and to
Okay.
create this contract accounts, CI functionality is a must. We can't create directly in ECC system.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Madam, one question, madam.
Huh.
Actually, in FI or SD, we are creating one enterprise structure, na, madam. Company code, sales area. Like here
Yes.
also, an organization structure is there or not, madam? In brief.
Organization. Okay, that will be there. That company
Yes.
code, plan, those things are to to transfer the goods.
Okay. That will deal with SD consultants or FI consultants.
Yes.
We are not.
Yes.
We are not dealing. We are not dealing
Yes.
the that thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is
We-
completely related to MM and
yes.
SD consultant. No, it is not
Okay.
at all related to us.
Okay. In our practice purpose, we are created, no matter or not, madam. In our practice purpose, in our
Okay.
system,
Okay. We will see all
basic.
those things in.
Okay.
Yes, but those are not related to us. We can implement. So we are not. So that is part of the MM consultant.
Yeah. But
This is
in our practice or this purpose, no matter we need, no matter
yes.
the
We will.
transactions.
So yes, if we will create the transaction profiles,
Okay. Okay.
and we will maintain the organization data here.
Okay. Okay.
Like what is
Okay.
the sales. So in
Okay.
so for ECC they have the shipping,
Yeah.
plant, company code,
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
things, right? Company code will be
Yeah.
assigned to plant, and
Yeah.
plant will have the what storage locations. These
Yes,
are not
madam.
related to CRM. Here we
Okay.
will create the sales organization data, like what is the
Okay.
sales area, what is the
Okay.
distribution channel, division,
Okay.
and sales office.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is the organization model we will create related to the CRM consultants. So we need
Okay.
not bother about that.
Okay.
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 So uh, so first we create the number ranges for the contract account. So anything we create in the CRM or ECC system, it should have the number range. And
Okay.
here we'll create the same number ranges of the business agreements, and we will set it as external like the business partner. Here we can create it through FPN to transaction code, and the navigation path if you see here, it is financial accounting new. It is starting with financial accounting new. So do you have access to ECC system of your company, any ECC system?
Yeah, madam.
So
In my
if you
laptop
check,
also is there, madam.
okay, if you go to SPRO settings in ECC, then you
Yeah.
can see this financial accounting,
Okay.
normal financial accounting. When you add the CI business functionality, when this CI is added to the ECC, then you can see financial accounting in bracket new. So there will be
Okay.
financial accounting and financial accounting new.
Okay.
As we are making settings to contract account, this is the navigation part, financial accounting new, and contract accounts receivables and payables. So this is the navigation part. Here we can define the number ranges for these contract accounts, and we will maintain the payment terms. So here we have said that we'll maintain the payment terms for these contract accounts. So this payment terms, this is how the system in ECC system it looks like this in ECC or convergent invoicing system. Can you see my screen clearly, Venkat?
No, madam. No, madam.
Uh, okay. Now,
Okay.
so
Okay,
here
madam.
So here we have defined the payment terms like YN01, 02, YN03. So we can define it like, so terms of payment. Here we can, so here we can, so here we can tell like when this customer has to pay, like is it immediately or end of the month or 30 days. So in terms of payment we can say that if it is less, so if the customer paid a bill within 30 days, he got the bill, then no penalty is imposed on him. He can just pay his bill. And if it crosses the first 60 days, then what is the amount of penalty imposed on him? And if it is more than 90 days, and what is the penalty? So these are the payment terms maintained in the uh, business uh, contract account configuration. Okay. 1 minute, Venkat.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how it looks in the system. So these are the different fields available. So we have defined the number ranges for the contract accounts, and we will define the payment terms for these contract account. Now we'll see the correspondence. So I have said that correspondence is like how the customer wants to receive the bill. Is it through SMS or mail, or how he wants to receive the bill, and what is the format of the bill. It's like these correspondence types are assigned with smart forms in the different customization. We are not going to do that. This is the not the job of CRM consultants. If I finance consultants will do this job. So in correspondence, smart forms are attached. So the smart form is like format, how the bill should look like. So if it is the invoice, of how it should look like. So where the company logo has to be there, and how it has and how it is going to display the bill. So these all are designed by finance customers, but we will maintain this correspondence in the contract accounts. I will show you that. So it looks like this. If we go to this navigation path, financial accounting, contract account, configure correspondence variants. So this is how it looks like. Correspondence type, correspondence name, and periodic, like immediately. And we will have billing cycles in contract accounts. So billing cycle says like when the customer has to be billed. Is it every month or every week or quarterly or half yearly, how he wants to receive the bill. So this is a navigation path, financial accounting new, contract accounts, receivable and payments, basic functions, scheduling, billing cycle. So here if you see, now we are defining YN01 billing cycle, let's say. So here we have, so this name we can give anything, monthly, periodically, something of our. And here we have a frequency, right? So in this frequency we can select the options like, it will have the standard options like monthly, weekly, quarterly, daily, annually. So these are the different options available in frequency. So we will go to, so we will give the billing cycle name, and we will give the frequency, we will select the frequency, and naming we can give anything, and it will directly give the end date for that billing cycle, that is 31/12/9999, some infinity date, and can overwrite. Here we can see this overwrite, right? So in the overwrite means we can change it at any time. Uh, so this will be ticked, and here the rules are defined. So for so we can, so here we have said select the monthly billing cycle, but we didn't say from which state to which state the billing cycle has to be considered. Is it like from first of the month to the 31st of the month, or is it like it starts with the 15th and ends with the 15th of next month, or is it from 10th of this month to 10th of another month? So these are the dates that has to be defined. So if we go to this navigation path, financial accounting view, enter rules for determining the billing date. We have given the rule YN01, the same thing, and baseline date is first date of creation of billable item. That is, that has to be considered from first day. That is from 1 to 38. The billing cycle, it refers to one billing cycle. From August 1st to August 31st, it is one billing cycle. Then from September 1 to September 30th, it is another billing cycle. So this means that the first date of creation of billable item, and it is monthly. So it will consider the entire billing cycle, entire billable items of that month. So date limit is up to 31st, from 1st to 31st. Okay. Are you understanding, Venkat?
Yeah, yes, madam.
So we have defined the number ranges for the contract accounts, and we have defined the correspondence variance for these contract accounts. Then we have defined the billing cycle. So we have defined the billing cycle. So this billing cycle is the most important configuration in contract accounts, because it
Okay.
tells the system like when this has to be billed. So in the overview session we have learned that from in CRM system, so in convergent charging system rating happens, it will sell the charged items to the ECC system as billable items. We have learned this, right?
Yeah.
So all these billable items will be present in the ECC, that is ECC or convergent invoicing system. So
Okay.
so the billing should happen. So how the billing should pick these billable line items. So it has to be picked from first of the month until the 31st of that month. So these thing we are defining in the system. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Only that's it for today's session.
Okay.
Once we get the system access, server access, then we can see all these things in ECC. Okay,
Okay.
in our system.
Yes.
And okay, I will okay. I have said told you these. I have not explained you these things. Tolerance group.
Okay.
So in tolerance group of contract account, we will say, so if we implement the FICA, we said that we can have the so the system allows the partial payments of the customer. This we have discussed earlier.
Okay.
So if the customer got the bill of 500 rupees, and if he has paid the 300 rupees, and if he pay it, and if he wants to pay the remaining 200 next month, it is okay if we implement the FICA. But if the customer is paying the 10 rupees for the 500 rupees, the system should not accept this much transaction. So tolerance group says what is the minimum amount should be accepted from the customer. It at least it has to be like 100 rupees or 200 rupees. If the customer pay the 10 rupees, then the system should not accept that payment. So those things we will define in the tolerance group. And we have payment cards. So payment cards are like, is it Mastercard or Mastercard or Visa card, and there are something else, right? Like Mastercards, Visa cards. So these things we can define in payment cards, and in payment methods we can say, hello.
Yeah, tell me, madam.
Uh, uh, I'm getting the disturbance.
Actually, here power off is there, man. That's why I'm logging to my mobile. I think
Okay, okay,
okay,
okay.
some nice. I am muted, madam. You can.
Okay, okay. And we have payment methods. So payment methods is debit card or online transactions are allowed, or credit card transaction is allowed. These things can be maintained in contract accounts. And we have invoicing category. So invoicing category tells what type of customers are there. Is it like um, small industries, or uh, or big industries, or individual customers? So based on that, the invoicing priority will be set. And we have dunning procedure here. So dunning procedure is sending reminders to the customers or notices to the customer. If the customer do not pay the bill after he receive the invoice, then he should get the notices like, okay, pay this bill. This is the last day to pay the bill, or else you will be imposed with penalty. So these things are defined in dunning procedure. Dunning procedure is like alerting the customers every day or every 2 days or 3 days. It, a dunning procedure sends the reminders to the customers to pay their bill if they do not pay the bill. If the payment happens, then this dunning procedure do not work. Okay. Hello, Venkat.
We, yeah, madam. We are all doing this, madam. These things are we do, madam. BIM consultant, the dunning procedure and mass category, payment
Yes,
method, payment
yes,
process.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
These things are maintained in the contract accounts, which are completely
Okay.
related to
Okay.
BRIM consultants.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, madam.
Okay. Thanks, Venkat. Now I'm
Yeah, madam.
writing up this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, madam.
And Venkat,
Yeah, madam.
if you want to take the certification, right?
Yeah, madam. Yes, I
So
want to
these are,
certificate.
so these kind of questions will be asked in certification, like what are the mandatory fields in contract accounts? Is the
Okay.
payment methods is there and dunning procedure,
Okay.
and they will give some other information which is not the option.
Yeah.
So these kind of things you have to remember, because if
Oh,
you want to go for certification at any point of time,
yeah,
these are
madam.
very important.